it does take time. It does take time for you to work on your relationship. It does take your full attention to not just ask the question, also receive the knowledge, receive the information, and cataloging it and lock it down in your head. Because how do I know that you really love me if you don't really truly know who I am?
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are at in the world. My beautiful wife next to me here.
Hi, how's everybody doing?
She's also my amazing business partner. And yes, hey, have you ever wondered why a man leaves a woman that he loves, or a woman leaves a man that she loves? And today we're going to reveal to you why that is. Okay, so this is part of our What Ruined Our Marriage series. This is episode number like 100 or something like that. Episode 12. Episode 12. And, again, we just wanted to share with you guys, look, everything that we're sharing with you is not theory. These are things that happen in our life, our marriage. So, the topic of today is not being present. And I wasn't present in our marriage, which ultimately ruined our marriage and got us to the point where we had a discussion of divorce. And everything we're sharing with you is really to help you avoid, hopefully this is some defense here, to help you avoid, a marriage crisis like what we had. Luckily for us, we did not become a statistic. Luckily for us that we are blessed enough to be able to turn our marriage around and now grow it to just an unbelievable level where, we were just on a trip to Cancun, and people are seeing us and they're like, is this your honeymoon, right? And that's great. That's a great feeling to have, because we want them to feel, we want to feel that way. And so that other people around us see that and like, are you guys like just started dating, or, is this a honeymoon, or is this a wedding trip, or is this, did you just, ask her to marry you, right? And that just feels great to me, and I know it does to my wife as well, because that's how you want to live. Why should you not live that way every single day, right? So the question is, why do men leave the woman they love, and why do women leave the man they love? And today we're going to reveal that too. So
so this is one of the reasons why I think that the Cancun trip was really amazing. And I think that the craziest part about it is, the one day that we really feel like we got the most adrenaline and most connection, it was the day that we do not check our phone. It was the day that he put his phone in the bag, and we only use my phone to take pictures, and that's it. We don't check on anything else, because the key is, the truth is, what is more important, right? What is more important? Is it your wife? Is it your husband? Is it your phone, right? Again, we run a business, right? We're business owners. So it is really hard to not check the phone, because things might go wrong, right? Things might go wrong. And, again, but if it is a time for you to be with your husband,
yes,
or be with your children, just be there for them, right? And when you're having a meal, right? Nowadays, we don't really have meal together as much, compared to, in the modern society. Because what is the point of having a meal together when we all are watching our phones together? Simon Sinek said the best, and he was talking about this too. He actually say when he has to have family dinner, all the phones is off. And when you have a social dinner, you just put that phone, face down and put it on the table. But he's like, why do you even put it on the table? Put it in your pocket. Let people know that you're not going to check that phone. You're going to respect their time. Because we are here to eat, to connect, to interact.
Yep.
So just put the phone away. Trust me, in that 30 minutes, the war is not going to burn down. It's okay to not check it for a little bit. And to be honest, to our defense, right, we're so used to it because of the adrenaline, because of the significant, there's just so much more, quote unquote, there's just so much more like exciting thing out there. But the real deal is, if you don't have this, it doesn't really matter what else, is there out there in the world.
Correct. And we're big believers of that, right? Because we know if you're not happy in your intimate relationship, you are not happy. We truly believe that. You could be a happy person, but you're not fulfilled, right? You can walk around happy and be joyful, But if you're not happy in your intimate relationship, you're just not a fulfilled person. That's
Yep.
really what it is. So, the tip for the topic is not being present, and this is a huge thing for me to shift to and really learn how to discover this side of me to be present in every moment that I have, not just with my honey here, but with my children, and be present here with you guys and with our employees, and it's huge. And I am a multitasker, or try to be, right? And I have so many things going on at one time, so I try to accomplish or conquer all of it at one time. And now it's like when I'm on a call with my team, I'm on a call with my team. When I'm having dinner with my wife, I'm having dinner with my wife, right? Mm-hmm. The phone has been, in my life, quite honestly, in the last year, have been pretty distant. I've been pretty distant from my phone, right? Because my phone is not my number one anymore. It used to be, where I used to pride myself on how fast I would respond to text, or a message, or a WhatsApp, or check something, right? I used to pride myself on that, and now it's like it can wait, right? I'm not trying to make it wait on purpose, but if I'm there with my wife having dinner or talking to her, she's talking to me, she deserves that, yes. Right? That message can wait. Does that make sense? So here is our, again, if you like this series, please, this topic as well, not being present, what ruined our marriage, share that with somebody, right? Especially in today's day and age. This is just we're so connected here that it really is designed to bring those furthest to you close, and really designed to, do that. But now it's really taking those who are closest to you at that moment further away. Yep. And that's not how it was supposed to really meant to be, but we use it, that it's very powerful. It's a very powerful tool. So if you like this, if you see that a couple is struggling in this particular area, or a whole family might be struggling in this area, maybe it's time to share this with them. Okay, we hope that we impact your life here today, but we really hope that we impact other people's lives as well. Like our video, comment, and subscribe. If you guys are, love what our content, everything that we're sharing, all our trade secrets, our tips and techniques, like it, so this way, when we upload new videos, as well as do go live, you guys will be alerted immediately. Hit that bell icon. Okay, and so here's our tip for you. First tip is give your partner your undivided attention. Okay, mm-hmm. And a good example of this is nowadays when my wife comes home, I'm in the middle of email or in the middle of something, I literally drop what I'm doing to go greet her at the door, or the kids at her at the door, or be there when they walk through the doors. Why is that so important? Because if I don't do that, I might miss something that day. I might miss a new earring she has on, or a new dress she has on, or how she's feeling that day. Yep. Something might have affected her that I can actually be involved with to feel what she's going through, right? Or the happiness she brings home, right? Yep. So, this is what I mean by undivided attention. So, babe, what are your thoughts on being present, and as well as giving each other undivided attention? The
first thing that can come up in my mind is time blocking. Block your time off. Again, if you are working 24/7 like how we used to be, just time block. You let your team know, hey, I'm gonna have dinner with my wife for 2 hours, right? And so in this 2 hours, I'm not going to respond to anything. So just make your own judgment. So in that way, mentally, you're like, okay, in this 2 hours, I can just give my 100% attention to my wife, right? And create some system in your, obviously, your business, right? So in that way, you can have, again, undivided attention. But I think it is a decision. I think it's a decision that you make to make sure that you are focused. And again, at the very beginning, it's not as easy as it sounds. If you're not used to focusing with your wife at the dinner table for a while, it's something that's kind of like, to a certain extent, it's kind of awkward, because again, we were driven by business all the time, right? So when we sit down, we're so focused on business, and we're not really focused on ourselves. So when we were starting to do this, undivided attention for us, we felt out of place. We felt like, something's kind of off. Like we don't know how to do what we do, right? It's so crazy. But again, practice make perfect, right? Well, my husband said, practice make perfect progress. Perfect progress. Yeah. Perfect practice make perfect progress. Yes. So, again, practice it, practice it, the first time, the second time, the third time. And it is great because at the very beginning, I think we were talking about some of the stuff about like our childhood, the color that we like, why do we like certain things. And it was a surprise. I think the most recent one that I can really remember vividly was at UPW. Right after UPW, what did you learn? And we talk about it, and my husband is like, wow, I didn't know all these things about you. I say, I know, it's about time, right? But the key is, it does take time. It does take time for you to work on your relationship. It does take your full attention to not just ask the question, also receive the knowledge, receive the information, and cataloging it and lock it down in your head. Because how do I know that you really love me if you don't really truly know who I am?
Yeah.
And ultimately, that's what ruined a lot of marriages, because if you love me, you should already know about me. How come, my best friend know about me more than you do, right? So again, undivided time, attention, so that, in that including your brain, where, when we talk about something, we're really having a dialogue. And when I say something new to you, you really will remember it. So the next time when we have another dinner again, it's like, oh, remember the last time when you told me about this? Then, again, it will feel very, very good on both sides, because like, wow, she remember, or he remember what I tell them. But that start with undivided attention, focus. So
yes, and then it's huge, right? Because most men, and I was one of them, felt like I am present, I'm here, right? Physically you're here, but mentally you're checked out. You're in your email, you're thinking about the next day, you're thinking about your team, thinking about that last message you just read, you was thinking about what happened on the way home. Like at the end of the day, being physically there is important. It's needed. You're there, but you emotionally there. The quality of the time is more important.
The key is, if you're physically there and mentally you're not there, might as well just not do it, because you're just wasting your time. Right. A lot of couples that we work with, told us about this. It's like, yeah, we go to date night, and then during the date night, he's on his phone because he tell me, hey, I need to do payroll, I need to do this, that, whatever. So he expect me to be understanding of him. But I was like, what is the point? What's the point of me being here when you're not focused on me? And yes, I need to be understanding.
Yeah, he was doing payroll on his phone on their date night, right on his phone. And it's crazy. And then we actually just, we were at Cancun just now. We saw an older couple than us. They're probably in their 70s. And it even happened with them, right? So they were at the bar next to us, a few feet away, and he was on his phone. Right, and she's like just sitting there, and then I heard her say, and I turned to my wife, because we didn't have our phones, and we were connected, we're present with each other, and she said, hey, if you're gonna be on your phone, I'm gonna be on my tablet. That's what she said. And they're like, I was like, whoa, and then he put his phone away, immediately, and it's like, well, it even happens to people who've been together that long, and they're in their 70s, and look. It's never too late to learn anything, right? Yep. And it's very, very important. Being present is very, very important. Yep. And like I said, this last trip, and my phone is really rarely on me nowadays, but this last trip really, for us, it really solidified that we really get it, right? We really get it, because our phones weren't with us. We were connected. We were the whole trip. We had a blast with each other. It was amazing. So, and then the second tip I have for you is offer your undivided attention. Right? So first one is give, right? Give your undivided attention to your partner. But the second one is offer. Offer your undivided attention. What that really does is, let's just imagine your wife sitting on the couch with the kids or something, or she's in the office or something, wherever she's at. And then you come to her and say, babe, do you need anything from me? I'm here, right? I'm here to listen. Mm-hmm. I'm here to talk. Mm-hmm. I'm here to help. I'm here to, collaborate, whatever it is, right? Mm-hmm. You're showing her the level of focus and attention to her, and most importantly, you're offering it. Yep. That is so huge, right? Because she's like, oh, wow, she just feels, she melts like chocolate. And I never did this, and I rarely did this, right? And now I do it more often. It almost, she said at the very beginning, it's almost uncomfortable, but at the same time, it freaked her out. Like, who is this man, right? Who is this guy in my life?
I was like, is there something wrong in this picture right here? Is there an ultimate motive?
Yeah.
Because he was so nice. He was like, hey, can I spend some time with you? Can I just focus on you and you only? And I was like, what? That's a foreign language to me. Because we don't do that. We always, anytime I get the undivided attention is when we're working. Like, did you do this? Did you do that? Did you get this done? Did you get that done? Why didn't you, that's what I'm used to, right? But when he started to offer me the undivided attention for me, not for anything else, for me, right? That just give you like the certainty that he really loves you, he really do care about you, not just for the business, right? You're not just the assistant and somehow you marry the assistant, right? That's not the love story that we have. but that is what it is. Again, the brother and the sister out there, right? The men and the women out there, just be really aware of it, especially if you guys are business partner together. If you guys are working together, just make sure that you're very aware and really separate them and make sure that you give undivided attention on both. I'm not saying one or the other, but on both, but separated, right? So that way, your wife or the husband will feel important, because I know that I urge him all the time too. Like, he will ask me a question and then it take me like 10 seconds to answer, because my brain was all over the place, and at that moment when he asked me, I didn't know how to answer him at that time. And one more tip, one of the big tip that I wanted to tell you too, is if you do want an undivided attention, schedule them. If you want undivided attention, schedule them. Because a lot of time, when the man is like conquering the world, getting on, whatever that he needs to do, he can't shut it off. So don't be like, hey babe, I got to talk to you about something right
timing,
now. Shut it off.
Again,
talk
it's
to
not
me.
you, it's timing, it's the approach, right? The approach is wrong. So that's a great tip. So we really gave you 3 tips today. One is, give your undivided attention to your partner, and second is offer it, and then third is really schedule it, block it off. She's
schedule it, block it off. I mean, especially with women too, like our head is like all over the place, and if you really want to talk to us about something really serious or important, either the very first thing in the morning before we start our day, or at the very end of the day when we are fully relaxed, like we now, the CPU is only running 1 program at a time and not 10 programs at a time. Because if you're asking us when we are running 10 programs at a time, ask you shall receive, right? When you're asking me at that time when I'm running 10 things at a time, you're not gonna get the attention and the detail and the connectivity that you're looking for, the love that you're looking for. So just don't set yourself for failure, set yourself for success, right? So time blocking and schedule the time to get the undivided attention.
Yes. And women, men, if you think that you have a million things going on in your world, your wife has 7 million things going on in her world. Okay, just remember that. And it's not about you. It's not that she cares less or doesn't love you or doesn't want to focus on you. Again, time approach is key to this whole thing. But again, stay conscious, my friends. Just stay conscious and give your undivided attention. And ultimately, sometimes it's good for you to slow down. And then offer your undivided attention and then block it off. Okay, so those are the 3 tips. Again, this is the What Ruined Our Marriage series, and the topic today was talking about how to really be present, because I was not present in our marriage, most of our marriage life. So again, thank you guys for listening. Like our video here, comment, subscribe, and then really share this with somebody you love. If somebody believe that a family or a couple really needs this, share us with them. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Enjoy the rest of it. We love you very, very much. Bye.
Bye.